Well, hi, welcome to Guitar Time. I'm Robert Knoll. I'd like to teach you about and talk to you about slide guitar. Aha. Well, notice I have this steel slide, we call it slide bar, metal, going on my fourth finger. Some guys, people, gals, play on their third finger. Some use it to play second, some first. It can go on any finger. Maybe a thumb, I don't even know. You could do crazy things with it. But I like to teach my students, and I like to use fourth finger because it allows my other fingers to be able to play things. So if you've been researching slide guitar and you want to learn more about slide guitar, well, I'm going to give you my take on it, okay? Now, I have glass slides too. They're a different sound, and maybe I'll demonstrate that for you in this video or another video. But I wanted to give you some basics, okay, about slide guitar. Say you're brand new to it. Well, you got your slide. You have to have your strings. They can't be too low to the fret. If they are, you're not going to get a good slide, because when you actually slide, and I'm going to go up to the 9th fret here. I'm going to do, you see I'm up on the 9th fret and I'm playing the D string, G string, and B string. Well, here, I'm right up to the fret. I don't want to be on the fret, but right up against it, like finger placement. I mean, same thing. We're hugging the fret. So I'm vertical, horizontal with the fret, right? So when we slide, we get that sliding sound. Some people call it that Hawaiian sound. And if you research the history of slide guitar playing, it has its beginnings a lot in Hawaiian music, okay? And it brought to the blues players in the South, and it's quite a history, interesting about how slide guitar came to be. But we're not going to go into the history today. I want you to learn to slide. So I'm sliding from the 7th fret to the 9th fret on those 3 strings. If I hit an open E, you can hear that. I'm actually playing an E chord with these 3 intervals. So the technique of sliding. Now my other fingers here, they're not out here. They're on the strings next to my slide. So I can stop the ringing of other notes and strings and all these buzzies and things. So you learn to kind of mute the strings with your other 3 fingers. That's another reason I like using the 4th finger. Now if I go up to the 12th fret and I use the B and the E, those are actually my notes, B and E. Like B and E, B and E. Now I'm sliding a whole step. One of the first riffs I learned was so this very, very important riff is like a classic. So a lot of artists have done this riff. You'll hear it in the old guys, who am I thinking about? Hound Dog Taylor. We want to talk about Howlin' Wolf, and there's some that are eluding me right now. But this riff, I want you to get those 2 strings, and with your pick, you're going down, but you're sliding into that. And then I'm going to the B string, 8th fret, and sliding in to the 9th fret, and then I'm hitting the G string. So if you find these notes, so when I hit that E and A here, I slide a whole step. I can vibrato it. I can mute it out a little more. But when I give it a little vibrato by moving, you kind of got to practice it. You get the idea how to do this. It sounds nice. This is the A. That's actually the perfect fifth in the root. So it's part of what I'm doing with the shuffle or my chords. And then back to E. I go to B, and then I can go. And then A. I got to go to the first fret. That's kind of weird. But I slide into the A on the second. And then. So this is your first riff that I want you to learn, okay? Elmore James. There's the guy I'm thinking about. He's the guy that made this famous. He has whole albums where this is the only riff he really plays on the whole albums. And he was one of the great bluesmen. Elmore James. Ah. Yeah, you can sometimes, if you get your slide on the frets, you'll get that kind of awkward, awful sound. I don't like that, but occasionally I do it by accident. So we get to that B and we're A. So this is the first riff I really want you to work on. Remember, my pick is going down, up, down, up, down, up. You see my pick? And then when I go, those are both down picks. Without the vibrato, with the vibrato. I'm going to use the glass for a minute so you can hear if you hear a difference. Here's a little glass finger. I get one that fits better, but it doesn't have as much weight as the metal one. So there's other riffs you're going to learn. You'll hear these from the Allman Brothers, who made these kind of riffs popular. I go to A and like coming into an A chord, second fret, up to the fifth fret, back to E. And then the B. And then I'm back to A. And then E. A. There's my A chord, my B chord, 3-note, A chord, E chord. You need to discover those chords, the 1, 4, 5. E, A, E, and B. And then E, A, E, B, E12, A 5th, and the B is the 7th fret. And then back to E. There's the open riff. Good luck. Your first slide lesson, number 1.